Now, in terms of the available resources, when you're going to start your project, you already have the learning experiences, you have the project sites. The next is what in terms of what they call the available resources. The question always that in terms of what they call the area requirement. Remember always that raising native chicken in commercial scale, using the commercial scale of production and comparing that to the backyard scale of production, the area requirement is far different. That is why that kung makikita po ninyo, we are suggesting that out of the various designs developed at Central Philippine University, we have presented the breeder house, the dimension of it. That is what they call the practical means. Now, in terms of the land, or what they call the area requirement, if you are going to construct the housing of your chicken, this is to include also the tawag dito yung area na kung saan it will serve as the interval between housing, to serve as the passage, and even it will serve as the yung daanan ng hangin. Ventilation kasi is very critical. If I could still remember that in the previous landscape of our station here at CPU, iba kasing landscape noon than the present. That is why that yung flow ng hangin kasi is very critical. Lalo na po yung pressure. That is why that based on experience that we have, yung bucket na kung makikita po nyo, the wooling that we're using is more of what they call the aquanet, not the egg net. Ang aquanet kasi yung green na medyo may yung butas malalaki, yung maliliit na itim. Minsan hindi naman itim kasi ibang kulay, may green yan, hindi may blue or other colors. But sobrang liit na butas po, that is known as what they call the A-net. Mas mabilis mapunit niya compared than the A-net. The following that will be giving to you the space requirement, that will include the spaces in between. Now, in terms of the breeder stocks, as the background, now gaano ba kalawak yung kailangan natin in behalf that you have what they call the sabi namin, you have what they call the housing na kung saan 4x8 feet, meaning 32 square feet po yung isang pen na yan, and then sa isang housing na yan, that is about 45 pens na kung saan every pen po there is what they call the 7 hen and 1 roster. Ang kailangan po ninyo is 1 square meter per bird. Ibig sabihin po, if you have 40, ang kailangan po yung space area is only 40 square meters. Ganun lang po kaliit. And have the housing be constructed on the middle of the 40 square meters. Actually, the housing na yan po, yung housing po na prescribed namin for the breeders, ang kanyang area po niyan, the floor area, if you're going to account including the canopy of it, that is at 3 by 7 meters na kung saan na coverage po, including the canopy outside, but the inside niya kasi ang sa effective naman na floor area niyan is that is 8 feet by 20 feet, but the total area from where to include the canopy, that is a 3 by 7 meters. Hango kasi yan sa mga housing namin noon in Leon, that is 3 by 7 meters. Na kung makikita po nyo on the Grohara house that we have then in Leon, dalawa kasi yan. We have what they call the 3 by 7 meters that can hold about 150 to 200 grower chicken. When we are still practicing the prey range. And the other one is the 3 by 4 meters that is intended naman for about 50 to 100 grower chicken, parang ganon. So based on that experience that we have, ginawa po namin, because of the ventilation, the flow of air as ventilation, and then yung pagpasok po ng init po That is why that we come up with that 8 by 20 na effective floor area, but with the canopy that is 3 by 7. So meaning to say that if you have the 40 square meters, make sure to construct that housing on the middle of that 40 and the center of that 40 square meter to give space para po sa flow ng hangin at saka yung passage po ninyo. So ibig sabihin that if you're going to raise 100 chickens or 120 chickens, you meaning that you are going to have a 120 square meters na land area to hold the 120 chickens. That's how wide is your requirement. Pero kung if you have 1,000, meaning you need about 1,000 square meter then. Now, if you're going to compare it with the backyard or what they call the Paris native chicken, the requirement for the breeder's tax is the minimum space requirement is 1 chicken for every 10 square meter land area. So ibig sabihin, if you have 1,000 chicken, you are requiring about 1 hectare. If you have the 100, ibig sabihin you need about 1,000. So but in this technology coming from CPU po, yung 1,000 square meter po nyo, ay nako, sobrang dami na yan. That is also 1,000 chicken. So meaning 1/10 lang ang requirement na space for the breeder's tax. That will include passage at saka yung for the ventilation of air and penetration of the sunlight po. Now, for the brooding to growing, ibig sabihin from brooding to growing naman kasi, ibig sabihin that this housing of chicken, isang housing lang tayo, brooding to growing. Actually, the one that we used to prescribe, yung isang design namin is what we call perpendicular to the breeder house. Kasi yung pahaba, parang perpendicular, 90 degrees yun po, na parang ganun po. Yung width niya naman, kung ang sa breeder house, you have the width is about 8 feet. Dito naman sa grower house, yung kanyang width is only 4 feet. Parang ganun yan. Pahaba naman yan. Ano ba ang esensya nun? It is because na if you're going to raise chicken, grower chicken, medyo marami-rami sila. So, ibig sabihin yung area where you're going to put your feeding troughs naman kasi kailangan medyo mahaba-haba din. So, kung ang front side niya is very limited, ibig sabihin po, mahirapan po tayo. If you're going to establish yung patukaan na sa harapan at sa likuran, magiging problema natin baka yung accessibility natin. So, that is why that for the growers, yung width niya is only 4 feet, yung length niya depende na po sa inyo, but the design for every pen, it should be about 4 feet by 8 feet pa rin. Bakit po? It is because based on experience that we have, iba kasi ang nature ng native chicken. If you are going to raise them by the hundreds and putting that in just one pen, that's enough for them to hold. Marami po ang runs. Para yung sabihin din say about runs, those are the chicken that having what they call the slower growth. And that is why that in beside, because if the number is greater, there are some chicken that is predominantly stronger over the other. Kawawa yung mga weaker one. Because if you're going to give them feeds, usually po malangkay po naman sa langanin yung iba. Hindi na makatuka because those belong to the alpha group na usually pick the lower one. Now, in terms of the space requirement, area requirement po for every chick, if you are going to have it, that is about 0.3 square meter po. 0.3 square meters. Ibig sabihin, if you'll be raising 100 chicken, grower chicken, the space requirement that you have where you're going to establish that housing, whereby the width is the pen is 4 feet by 8 feet, but the width of the housing is only 4 feet po. Ang kailangan nyo lang is about 30 square meters. That is for 100 grower chicken. From brooding to growing na po yan. From brooding to growing na po yan. Parang ganon po. So ibig sabihin that that is using what I call technology no, from Central Philippine University. However, if you're going to adapt the parents condition, the area requirement for every grower chicken po is 5 square meter. That is the minimum area requirement for the chicken, for the chicks. Mas malawak-lawak kasi yung kailangan ng breeder to compare than the grower po. But usually the brooding, now if you are going to adapt this technology, yung ko bakit that we are also suggesting if you can fabricate what they call the movable brooder box or brooder pen, and that is elevated one. Para pag during the brooding, you can have it be ipasok mo doon sa loob ng grower house, at saka after 30 days, alisin mo naman para yung manok na doon, ipasok mo, ilapag mo na doon mismo sa ground. But the purpose of it is that if you're going to adapt what they call the brooder to grower, no, brooder to grower, bakit na po na ganun po kaliit yung housing niya? Mind you, do not mix your chicks of different ages. Bakit po? Kasi pag mix yan of different ages, kawawa palagi yung pinaka-younger or what they call the CCU. They have lower resistance. In terms of the diseases, it is the older chicken that will bring infection among your chicks. That is why that ang ginawa po natin, it should only be 4x8 pa rin, but the length with the width is only 4 feet. This is to give way na kung saan po the ventilation of air in and out. Now, in terms of the brooding, brooding po natin, in that 4x8 brooding to growing house, that is about 0.3 din. Ang kailangan lang doon is that na pag-elevate kasi niyan, and that the main purpose of it is to produce what they call the dressed native chicken. Bakit po? Kasi pag naka-elevate kasi yung manok kasi, in terms of the meat quality, mas malinis kasi yung karne ng manok na elevated compared than ground. But if the intention naman is for dispersal, mas maganda kung ground brooding. Kaya lang problema natin sa ground brooding, masyadong matrabaho, because you're going to individually took care every brooding pen. Even for the water. Yung water kasi that is the most laborious part of the activity in raising native chicken. Based on the labor auditing that we have, it takes almost 5 minutes bago po matapos yung paglinis ng isang patubigan. Now the question is that if you have about 100 times by 5 minutes, that is already 500 minutes. Ganon po. And you need additional labor for that. And then ang magiging problema natin sa ngayon kasi yung farm hand sa ngayon po is medyo mahirap na po maghanap-hanap ng farm hand. Yung kung bakit that if possible po dito po sa CPU, even the tawag dito, even yung ating mga patubigan po halos po naka-pre-flowing na yan, and then there is what they call a timer, and the timer attached to a solenoid bulb para makontrol yung flowing po. Parang ganon siya. But in terms of the tawag dito yung area po, tandaan po natin, for every 100 po you're only needing about 330 square meters. So ibig sabihin, if you have about 1,000, you are only needing about 300 square meters ng area for you to raise 1,000 chicks. Parang ganon yan. But if that you're going to have it be done na kung saan po for tawag dito for ranging, medyo malawak-lawak na. So yung 1,000 mo, ang requirement mo is almost 1/2 hectare. Parang ganon. Sayang. You can produce other crops in that remaining areas. Now, if you're going only to about 300 square meters po. Now, in terms of the brooding, if the intention is that na pwede ba sir na i-separate namin ang brooding. So, ang brooding naman, you are ready to construct a specific brooder area na talagang pang brooding lang. So, first 30 days will be stayed in that area, and after that, you are going to transfer it to the grower house. As is sa grower house naman, that is from the 31 days up to 60 days, pwede nyo lagay dyan na lang po, para sa mas practical na aspeto po. Yung brooder house pa naman natin, you can have it bigger than like also in a grower house, kaya lang elevated but make sure that you have what you call the provision in terms of the rolling curtain. Na pag medyo maginaw yung paligid, you can have the rolling curtain be rolled down, and if the temperature is warm, you can have it rolled up so that the ventilation of air is there. And usually for the grower house po, the space requirement, ang kailangan po natin for that 4x8. No? Tanong ngayon, Doc, how many grower chicken can be housed in that 48? 48 in that 4x8 feet na pen. For the grower house, no, you can have it be raised na kung saan po you can even at the maximum of 25. But once it reaches the 60 days, no, kindly reduce the number only to 20. No, kasi pag medyo marami-rami po sa loob, problema natin is in terms of the competition of feeds. So mas maganda pag medyo kaunti, the maximum is 20. But in the first 31 to 60 days, no, you can have it even for 25. No, 25. Tanda po natin palagi that that number of 25, not all of them can survive. There are always what they call the mortality on it. Now for the brooder, intended for the brooder, you can have what they call the elevated pen. Ang elevated pen naman natin is that the elevation from the ground, no, ng kanyang flooring po, that is about 18 inches, but the width of it, no, is about 27 inches by 48 inches. Now parang 27 by 4 pa rin yan yung haba niya, but what we reduce only is the width, but the height of it is that is only 15 inches na from the floor to the top portion. And preferably na you can use what they call the for the flooring po, you can use what they call the plastic varnish na about the size is about half an inch, or maybe the 1/4 inch, no, can be used as the flooring. No, the plastic one, do never use what they call the varnish, because the varnish kasi pag nabasa kasi yan at saka yung dumi kasi doon, it is very corrosive, so mas mabilis na ma-corrode. And then for the wooling, you can use what they call the Aquanet. The Aquanet having a hole of about 1/2 inch. Yan ang gawin yung wooling at saka yung saba pataas niya, no, same also with that one. So that is in terms of the land area that is requirement that we have. Tandaan po natin is that for the breeder, no, you have what they call the 1 square meter. For the brooding to growing, when 3 square meters, same also for the brooding. That is in terms of the land area requirement. At least you already have the idea if you're going to get into this kind of project, and if you want to determine the flock size, you can use this as your basis. Next is in terms of what they call the labor. So we say about labor, it refers to what they call the farm hand. Isa kasi ito sa mga naging problema natin is that na even though that we have about limited number of stocks, but the number of chicken that we are raising per personnel that we have, parang lugi ata. Mas marami pa yung tao kumpara mo sa manok. Even though that will be paying, for example, may alam kasi ako na used to pay about 3,000, but 100 pesos per day, but yung pagkain lahat nasa loob na kasi. No, at least parang ganon. Now, in terms of the labor, if you're going to, kasi minamaximize kasi namin to, because that we are paying or giving the salary to the personnel based on the minimum wage rate. So pag medyo problema natin is in terms of the number na baka po sobrang dami ng tao para sa manok, lugi tayo if we are paying it on the minimum. So based on the record that we have, a farm hand, yung caretaker po, na talagang ang gawin nyo na po is to concentrate on the breeder. One person can hold about 500 to 1,000 breeder stocks. Ganon po, using the technology from CPU. So ibig sabihin po, pag if you have 50 hens tapos kumuha kayo ng isang tao po, lugi po kayo if you're going to pay them no, based on the minimum wage rate. But if you are going to have it na siguro mas mababa, hindi po kayo malugi. But if you will be paying at the minimum wage of about 375 per day and then taking care about 50 hens, lugi po kayo sa operation nyo. Sayang yung pera po ninyo. Parang gano'n yan. Na over-investment yung ginagawa po ninyo. Except if you'll be raising about 50 to 100 and then you'll be the one to take care of it, or maybe that is a family core na kung saan po tulong-tulong ang pamilya para po alagaan yung manok nyo. But if you're going to hire and then giving that number about 50 po, lugi po kayo. Lugi po kayo. Paying them at the minimum wage. Meaning that if possible po, if you're going to start this kind of project, na make sure that you can have, if you really to hire person or farmhand, make sure to have it at least 500 heads of breeder stocks para po hindi po kayo lugi at the minimum wage rate. And kung makakuha po kayo na mas mura, hindi mas makita po kayo. In terms of the brooding, ang gawin po naman ng tao from brooding to growing, dyan lang siya. Yan lang gagawin niya. Yung break-even number naman is about 1,000 to 3,000. This is based on the CPU developed technologies. Ibig sabihin po, if you're going to adapt other technologies, I don't know. No, hindi po ako makagarantee sa inyo. But in terms of the CPU developed technologies po, parang kanon po ang break-even. So, kung ang trabaho niya, that is what they call the specific lang talaga. No, on the breeder, at saka specific din para doon sa mga sisyo, no, palakihan, or what they call brooding to growing, no, parang ganon yan kasi. And that is one way that you can improve your bottom line. Otherwise kasi, but if you will not be doing that like that one, ay nako, lugi po kayo. So that is in terms of the stocks, and this is what we have observed then. No, so kung for example, how about Doc, if there will be major activities, major activities as the repair of the whole housing that you have, cleaning of the whole area, you can hire seasonally mura. But the person intended for the breeder, it should be the breeder. Now, but if you have what they call the if you'll be directly engaging in terms of the old chicks production, na kung saan po from breeder, kolekta ng itlog and then papisa and then habit produce sa the old chicks, na kailangan po ninyo yan is 3 tao. The one will be serving as tawag dito yung reliever po, na at saka ang kanya namang activity is more on the hatchery operation. So parang ganon yan, but kailangan mo kasi pag ganon na you have a 1,000 breeder stocks or 500 breeder stocks po, kailangan po nyo ng parang ganon, no? Kasi pag ang 500 breeder stocks nyo, if they'll be laying about 100 eggs per day po, ibig sabihin po in 1 month, no, you have about times 30, that is about 3,000. So ibig sabihin po, dapat dalawa ang tauhan nyo if you have 500 individual, 500 breeder stocks. And then for the hatchery naman po, walang problema yan. Ang gawin po natin, no, you can, these 2 person, no, can collaborate with each other, na kung saan po tulong sila na mag-load, kasi ang hatchery naman hindi naman ganun po tedious yung activity, no, it can be done on the spare time nila. But kaya sabi natin that we need also a reliever, no, kasi kailangan nyo kasi yan. The third person that you can have is the reliever. Otherwise kasi pag baka umiba yung isip ng isang tauhan mo and then you don't have the reliever, baka po malangay po kayo sa langanin, no. That is why that you need what they call the reliever, so that you can also offer what they call the day off, no, sa mga tao mo. For example, you'll be paying them at this rate of at minimum, don't pay them on a monthly basis, no, kasi baka monthly mo, kasi iba kasi ang usapan dyan. Pero kung on daily basis kasi yan, if they will be working 5 days a week, and then no, on the Saturday and Sunday dapat may reliever ka, tapos yung isa naman doon sa kabila naman, sa grower mo naman, at least pag nag-day off naman sa yung reliever naman pasok doon. Ibig sabihin po, ang reliever po is all around. So that if ever that one of your personnel na mag-ibang isip niya and alis na trabaho niya, na there are still a reserve force para po dyan. Otherwise kasi pag walang reliever, ay nako. And beside also, our personnel also need what they call the rest or day off also to spend time also with their family. That is in terms of the labor. Kaya ang problema natin ngayon is it is very difficult to find labor or farmhand in the rural areas. That is why that ang ginagawa po natin is that we are now gradually shifting into what they call the automation of the activities. Otherwise, if we be not shifting into automation, we need greater number of personnel. That is why that as the number of personnel you have increases, it also tend to increase your profit. Kaya nga palagi sabi ko, it is cheaper to maintain a automated machine than to maintain number of personnel. Parang ganon yan. So aside from the labor, you have the land na kailangan po nyo. Second is the labor. Ang third naman is in terms of your finances. Ito kasi ang pinaka-critical na bahagi po. So kaya nga sabi namin is that spend smartly your available capital. No, spend smartly your available capital. This is not only because of the studies that we conducted, but even with the experiences that we have to the various racers na naging kabahagi po ng scheme namin noon when we implemented what they call the trial on track growing, whereby CPU is the one that used to provide the chicks and then feeds, and then this is what they call the contract grower na sa kanila man, they will provide what they call the housing and even the labor. But parang hindi na-click ata, no, because of what I have observed, no, maraming mga factors behind it na parang beyond our control, but we are finding means also on how to do it. And beside that is why that we are suggesting the housing na kung saan po the practical housing. Otherwise kasi pag hindi practical ang housing natin, kasi if you are going to account and your initial investment or the capital requirement that you have to establish your project po, nako, napakalaking bahagi po ang housing po, no, using the material that we have dito po at Central Philippine University starting, meaning that you have the land is already acquired, for example, the housing, the stocks and equipment and other facilities related to production. Almost mga 70 to 75% of the total investment is pouring into what they call the housing. Yung kung bakit na kung makikita po nyo, we constructed huge housing for native chicken utilizing what they call the combination of the greenhouse and the rain shelter. Screen house and the rain shelter. So dito nyo na makikita yan sa CPU that yung greenhouse ginagamit sa tanim, but at CPU we're using it as houses for our chicken. Why? It is because na under the organic, natural daylight should penetrate inside, and the natural daylight is very critical when it comes for the natural disinfection of your housing. Pag sobrang laki ng manukan po nyo, na bahay manukan nyo, tapos hindi makapenetrate ang init dyan, sakit ang dulot niyan. Yung kung bakit that we're using what they call the plastic, or that is what they call the UV plastic, hindi yung ordinary na plastic as the roofing. Alam nyo kasi, dapat at least yung natural light makapasok. Kaya lang problema namin, when we started that one using the 150 microns, ay nako, sabag init sa loob. That is why that we try to employ what they call the 200 microns. But even though we used to have it na kung saan po sa pinakamataas nilagyan pa namin ng 50% shade UV net. Ang purpose kasi, do not put the UV net inside the plastic, otherwise it will accumulate the heat. You are going to have the UV net at the top of your UV plastic, and that is one way that the heat can be partially na only 50% of it will be allowed to enter. So ibig sabihin, hindi pa masyadong mainit sa loob, but you're allowing natural light to penetrate inside the housing. Kaya lang isang palaging consideration then that isa siguro sa nakita namin, why is that in behalf of the technology that we develop dito sa CPU, ilang porsyento ba ang nag-adapt? Yung palagi yung tanong sa akin, Doc, ROI, ilang taon bago mabawi yung investment? Ay nako, it will be using what they call the housing design that we have dito, and including the equipment, yung mga ginagamit po namin, baka matagalan po kayo. Actually, the expected lifespan po niyan, yung pinapalitan mo lang kasi dyan is yung kanyang UV net at saka UV plastic, at saka yung GI sheet. GI sheet kasi pag ang ginagamit namin is only the scrap one, so medyo matagal-tagal yan, but the expected for it is what I call about mga 6 years before it will be repaired. But the investment cost niyan, baka matagal-tagal yan, abutin ka hanggang 5 taon bago po ma-recover yung investment po in terms of your housing. That is why that we're recommending to use what they call the locally available materials, but with one consideration. Pwede bang i-treat nyo muna yung material nyo bago nyo gamitin against the pest on wood and bamboo? Otherwise kasi pag hindi nyo na-treat yan, mabilis kasi na mabulok yan, lalo na pag marami yung anay at saka bukbok sa lugar, baka mabilis na masira yan. Kaya lang, dapat immediately it should be treated. Even the soil that used to doon po nyo ipatayo yung housing nyo, pwede bang tawag dito, i-treat nyo muna na para at least yung anay po na makontrol po natin. Otherwise, if you cannot control termites, the usage of local available materials, yung pinakamataas niyan is only 2 years. Pag may anay na, baka it will even be shortened up to 1 year if it will not be treated. That is why that please have it be treated. In areas that is along the shoreline, never use the GI pipes. Never use the GI pipes. It is easily get corroded with the moisture coming from the sea. Use only the locally available materials. And what we found out, that in terms of the investment, kaya nga sabi ko noon in the live stream that we have, that if you're going to invest using the technology dito sa amin, using the material that we're using, for every video stocks that you have, you need about 1,000 pesos for the housing itself. However, if you are going to adapt or use the local available materials, have it be treated, you're only needing about 400 pesos. And the recovery of it, it can only the maximum that is about 2 years and a half. It can even reduce even to 2 years, even 1 year and a half, as long as survival rate will be increased. At the same time, the rearing or the growing period will be shortened in 3 months time. Parang ganon yan. So those are what they call the consideration, but we'll be discussing it on the succeeding webinars naman natin that should be specific for it. So meaning, now if I'm going to summarize our available resources, we proceeding to the next topic is that you have the land, you have what they call the land requirement. At least if you have already the land, you can have it na pag-isip-sipan mo, sabihin mo, sa breeders ko, I need 1,000. I need only 1,000 square meters. For the old chicks, hanggang sa wood into growing, I need about, for 1,000, only 300 square meters. So, ibig sabihin, I could allow 2,000 square meter for 500 for 1,000 chickens. Parang ganon yan. Or maybe parang mali ata. So 1,000, you need about 1,000 square meters area. It will producing about 200, 6,000. So meaning every month you have about 300 square meters. In 3 months time, 900. Ibig sabihin po, for every 1,000 stocks that you have, you need a total land area of about 2,000 square meters. Ganon lang po ang kailangan nyo na area na if you are going to raise 1,000 feeder stocks. That 2,000 square meter, that is will include, that will now include your brooder to grower eggs up to 3 months of time. In terms of the labor or farmhand, the break-even number for the feeder stocks, for every caretaker that you have or the farmhand, it can handle 500 to 1,000 stocks, 100 heads, and from brooding to growing, every person can handle about 1,000 to 3,000 chicks. And make sure to provide what they call the reliever, so that during the time of the day off, the person that you have, at least there's someone that could replace yung tao na gumagawa na specific activity, either it is in breeding or in terms of the brooding to growing. In terms of the materials, in terms of finances pala, make sure to spend wisely your resources. But we'll be discussing later on but on the specific production scheme that you will get involved in terms of the capitalization that you'll be needed based on the number of flock size that you will be. And then for the early recovery rate of your investment in terms of your housing or what they call the initial capital that you have pour in, iba kasi yung initial investment than the operational cost. Ang operational cost naman natin, that is the cost involved in the production system, in the proper operation, but the initial investment that we have, na iba naman yan. Yun ang pinakaunang investment o capital natin sa pagpatayo ng bahay ng manok natin on other equipment and facilities. Ibig sabihin po, please use locally available materials. If you have, just follow the design that we have, but the material, you can make use of whatever available in your place, and make sure na kung saan po the soil, it must be treated against termites and other pests, and yung mga kawayan o di kaya yung bamboo and wood, it should also be treated against bukbuk and other pests. So those are what we call the consideration.